Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome to Overwatch Central. So we're just going to quickly go over all of the changes that went from the PTR to live. Miska's gone over all of the Halloween skins. I will save you the trouble in looking at the event and saying the actual Junkenstein's Revenge is exactly the same, other than a few other hero options that you can play there, such as Brigitte and also Torbjorn. Hence the gameplay in the background. And of course, it's worth adding with Torbjorn that it's the new iteration the rework has gone through. So if you weren't up to date with everything about this change in particular, I'll link the patch notes in the description below, but effectively, he doesn't give armor packs anymore. His projectile speed on his primary fire has been increased, the reload time has been reduced, and the turrets actually target the enemy hit by the primary fire, so it does focus fire on who you're shooting at, which I don't think was in the original PTR, at least it wasn't noted. The alternate fire's damage was reduced, the reload time was also reduced alongside, the spread randomization was readjusted, and the recovery is a lot slower. Now when you deploy a turret, you don't need to level it up by hitting it, it just levels up automatically to what would be a level 2 turret, but now it's just a level 1 turret, if that makes sense. It doesn't go up any levels at all, and that does include not going to level 3 with an ultimate, and also the new ability Overload, which lasts for 5 seconds, the cooldown is 12 seconds, it gives you 150 armor and increases your attack speed, movement and reload speed by 30%. Fury said that this ability is really good, so do get used to it if you are a Torbjorn player, and you might just do a pretty steep climb in competitive Overwatch. But we can't go any further without talking about the new ultimate. It's still called Molten Core, but instead of how it worked before, it now gives you these molten globules that you fire onto the ground. Its base damage is 130. I don't know if that means a second or not, I assume so, but it does 190 damage against enemies who have armor. We'll be talking about the repercussions of this change and going over a winners and losers style video later on this week. So that's the main change, the Torbjorn rework, you have to highlight that. But there's been a good amount of buffs and nerfs in this patch too. Soldier 76, for example, now has a buff, means that his weapon can stay a lot more accurate over a certain amount of time. If you're just holding left click or primary fire as a soldier, eventually your aim will start to go to shit, and it would usually start around 6 bullets fired from your gun before the weapon spread starts. Now it's 9, so it's much more accurate than before. Not by much, but it's a nice change that will help with soldiers' consistency and of course accuracy. Arisa's maximum spread has been reduced on her primary fire diffusion driver cannons, and McCree had his combat roll cooldown reduced from 8 seconds to 6. Doomfist got nerfed actually, which wasn't originally in the PTR, with damage fall off now starting at 15 meters. And Brigitte got nerfed too, her shield health has been reduced from 600 to 500. And then you have the fire changes, which we went over a lot this week with Valkyria, Fariha, and also just getting the community response there. The speed of the rockets has been increased, it has lower recovery time between shots. The damage that it does on impact has been increased, but the explosion splash damage has been reduced from 80 to 65. Explosion knockback has been reduced by 20%, and self knockback has also been increased by 25%. Not to mention her cooldown on her concussive blast has been brought from 12 seconds to 9. So that's everything to keep you up to date with all of the hero changes. As I said, I really want to highlight the new relationship between Brigitte and her father. Does the Torbjorn changes effectively nerf Brigitte even more? And now is Brigitte in a point where people should be a little bit worried that she's going to be bad again? Supports do like to go through this sort of stage where they're very strong, very powerful, so they do get nerfed in increments up until the point that they're effectively useless. We had that with Anna like 2 years ago, and we had it with Mercy very recently. Is Brigitte going to be added onto that list? Make sure you don't miss that video to find out, I guess. Thanks for watching. Junkenstein's Revenge. The skins are great. The event is just the same, which is still pretty good, let's be honest. But we also knew that Blizzard weren't really going to put a lot of resources into improving an event which didn't really need all that much improving. It's kind of disappointing, but understanding. Enjoy the rest of the Halloween event, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time.